time for the gold medal final match for men's teams. And it is Italy versus the United States. And coming up on stage for Italy, venerable Sergio Pagni, Alberto Simonelli, and Federico Pagnoni.
Different team this year.
A different team this year. You can see Sergio Pagni, a very popular archer in his own right. Won Vegas, the only one out of the lucky dog to ever do it. And Alberto Simonelli. Shout out to Alberto Simonelli, only the second para archer to ever win a medal in an able-bodied world title. We'll talk about that more as the U.S. team takes the stage. A very flamboyant team, a good communicating team, and archers having a tremendous amount of fun. They were the #2 qualifier, but they are the #1 team, #1 team in the world. And you have Steve Anderson in the middle. On the right part of your screen, Breden Gellenthien, and relatively new to World Archery is Schaff. So Schaff, the newer member to the team, in the way the U.S. works, was able to qualify for this match, leaving 6th in the world Rio Wild to sit home and watch this on the Olympic channel in the United States. But this should be a spectacular match.
Really exciting.
So we talked about it briefly as you're taking a look at Alberto Simonelli. Simonelli, only the second para archer to win able-bodied world medal. Of course, the first time was American Kevin Polish. That was done in Madrid back in 2005. So quite an accomplishment to make this team and beyond this Italian team. And in talking with the Italian archers, they're so happy to have him on the team. He's such a solid shot, a great competitor. And
so much experience as well with the whole team.
And congratulations all around from the Americans. So here we go. It looks like the running order is going to be Steve Anderson.
The giant.
The giant. He'll get things rolling. Then it's going to be Schaff and Breden Gellenthien. So Steve Anderson making an equipment change in the middle of the week. Had set up a new bow. Had actually just a slight longer draw to it.
Wow.
Steve Anderson had a 32.5 draw length. 32.5. Anderson! One thing I can tell you about Steve Anderson when he shoots, if he knows that thing's in the middle, he'll let you know as soon as he releases it.
That's what I love about watching the American teams. They're so vocal about how they score.
For Schaff at 22 years old, follows that arrow up of Steve Anderson's.
25.
25 years old, 46th in the world, Chris.
Well.
His best score he shot in a 720 round is a 708. And here's
Breden
Gellenthien, and he nails it too. He has such a good year. There's no question about it.
Around for a few years. He's sort of been there, but not quite there. And this year is sort of comeback year. He's done really, really well.
Breden Gellenthien. Here's Simonelli. Simonelli's going to start off just out to the right on a 9. Wind seemed to calm down here. They can actually, archers can see that.
50 years old, it's incredible. So good. That's what I love about archery. There is no age limit.
Yep, absolutely not.
And then,
Pagnoni?
Pagnoni, 29 years old.
Yep.
So the youngest on the team.
The youngest on the team, exactly right, because Sergio Pagni comes in at 38 years old.
And he's had so much experience.
Oh, tons. And we talked about Pagni. He's the only archer to have ever won Vegas out of the lucky dog. Interesting on the release. It just didn't look like it came off the way he thought it was going to come off. So the door is open here now for the U.S. As the big cat, Steve Anderson, who, if you go to World Archery's Facebook page, was doing a Facebook Live with my commentating partner for tomorrow, Nessa Lee. And Anderson on the line with a 10. And in archery, as we like to say, Lucy, a 10 is a 10 is a 10 is a 10.
Exactly.
Doesn't matter how you get there.
Even if it touches the line, it's in.
Schaff now, out of Montana.
He's got quite a low sort of back elbow.
He does, yeah.
Sort of like a lean back to his style. But he's been really consistent this week. He's done really well. Is this his first World Championships?
It is. Absolutely, his first World Championships, and he's really dealing with the pressure well. part of what these guys, including Breden Gellenthien, drops a 9 on that one. Talked about was the one thing that this team has is the ability to keep it light with each other, to really joke around and keep it light.
Whereas these guys are just sort of, you know, experience.
Simonelli's form looks fantastic, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Just looks very relaxed. Just looks like he's got a lot of strength.
Pop it into the middle. Oh,
The bow moved there just at the last moment.
oh. So much happened with that. But hey, they'll either win silver or they'll win a gold.
Federico Pagnoni. Good, solid 10. Well executed shot. Getting off that line quickly.
19 seconds left for Pagni.
Plenty of time. Sergio Pagni. $194 matches. 194 matches he's competed in World Archery. He's won 130 of them, 67%. That experience shows. Just put that one in the middle.
Yeah. I remember a few years ago they used to have him shooting first, and then the other two guys shooting in the middle, and then him shooting last again. Just because he had the experience to open up with a 10 and finish with a 10.
Yeah, and that is totally fine. It's up to the team.
Yeah.
Each end, what order the archers shoot in. And it's a good thing, you know, if you have good communication with your coach and you're seeing things aren't necessarily working in this match, to make a change. There's a new USA archery coach.
He's
Sonji Wu.
part of the Great Britain team for
Yeah.
wow, quite a few years actually.
Also Mexico as well.
Mexico before Britain.
Sending some of the athletes that she was coaching in Mexico to the Olympics, Olympic medals, silver medalists. So I know that
Happy being back in Mexico.
interim CEO for USA Archery, Rod Mentor's here, and I've had a conversation with him, and he expressed how happy he was to have Sonji Wu as a coach for this team, as well as all the archers, all the athletes on the team. So the team themselves choose the coach.
Yeah.
So these three guys chose her to sit in the box. So looks like they're going to keep the order the same as the U.S. takes a 2-point lead in this match. And with Italy now behind 57-59, they'll start off.
That's quite a big difference, really. You don't really want to be giving the USA team that bigger difference in the first match.
Simonelli looking for his first 10.
Now his fletching, the sort of the pink bit on the arrow, it's touching his face there actually. So that can just cause the arrows to go off. So they call that face contact. So if you do have a part of the arrow touching the face that it shouldn't be, you know, that can cause arrows to drift.
9 for this team. So Italy not getting out to the rhythm that they wanted. You can see the disappointment on Simonelli's face, but here comes Sergio Pagni.
The Sultan, or the Italian stallion.
Release and a 10. Hopefully Pagni can start igniting something in the Italians, as now Steve Anderson takes to the line.
Both teams look quite relaxed actually in this match. I mean, compared to the last match where it was so intense, you know, going back and forth, who's going to win. It sort of seems so many emotions in the bronze medal match, whereas this one everyone's quite calm, getting the job done.
In the elimination rounds, unfortunately, the U.S. had a bad draw just for the way they qualified. And with how they ended up qualifying, they had to shoot against each other. So eventually, Steve Anderson and Breden Gellenthien shot against each other as Schaff individually. And so they had to knock each other out. And then Breden advanced, and then Schaff ended up shooting against him next.
Yeah.
So there was only an opportunity in how everything worked out for one U.S. archer to make it to the finals, as Gellenthien drops a 9 as well. So now equal score with Italy. In this round, U.S. holding 2-point advantage still. Don't see the...
So when you think it's all over, when you get 2 9s, the other team then get 2 9s.
That's right, you're right back in it. Alberto Simonelli, 50 years old, you talked about it. I mean, he's had a personal best score of a 701, which is an extremely competitive score. So he knows how to shoot, he just hasn't quite found that rhythm.
Did they have the Para World Championships a few weeks ago? So, you know, a lot of archers I've noticed, they've been to quite a few events this year, and this is very, very end of the season. You know, October, we've all been shooting since April, so, you know, a lot of archers are quite tired now, and you're ready for the off-season, ready to start indoors. And then you've still got to try and win the World Championships.
Simonelli.
Yeah, so 2 months ago, he was just at the end, well, less than 2 months ago, he was, oh, a month ago, sorry. We're in October now. So yeah, a month ago, he was shooting the Para World Champs. And in Beijing, came first in the world. Like, incredible.
Incredible.
So, you know, that could be why he's slightly tired, or
yeah, it is.
you got to go from Beijing back to Italy, come to Mexico.
That was the 17th of September. Schaff uses Steve Anderson's arrow to put it in the X-ray. Now Breden looking for a 10. It's been a while.
He's had quite a few 9s.
Oh, there he goes. Gets that one going. Looks like Braden's found his rhythm.
That'll be happy. 170. That's the kind of score you expect.
58 out of the U.S., 57 out of Italy, so another point gained.
Now, I know the archers are really calm, but when you're on that stage, the adrenaline that you feel is incredible. It's a totally different type of archery.
Great to see the Italian team come together to boost the spirits of Alberto Simonelli. That's a blade rest. That's not quite a blade that Pagni uses, but you can see
a drop away.
Yeah, a drop away rest. But you can see when the blade releases, that little aluminum blade bounces around. So we're sitting here halfway through the match. It's Italy versus the USA for the compound men's team gold medal. Guaranteed a medal for either team, obviously silver and gold. The Mexico City 2017 Hyundai World Archery Championships.
Italian coach, he's got so much experience. He's been on the Italian team for years. He's been looking after those boys for years.
Don't be surprised if you see from Simonelli this next shot, a 10. Just kind of looked like the team rallied around him.
Yeah.
Said, don't worry about it. You know, we're all here as a team. It's only 3 points. I mean, we still have half this match to shoot. And as we see, the U.S. has a couple of cracks in the window, a couple of 9 shot in that last end. So it hasn't been perfect for the U.S. team. So here is Simonelli.
You know, if you're a para world champion.
Yeah, you know you can shoot. What'd I tell you? 10 right in there. You just kind of felt that vibe, you know, the team rallying around him and stuff. Little adjustment to his sight too. You can see he's been shooting right just a little bit. And for these archers, it's the first opportunity for them to shoot on this field in this wind as well. Pagnoni, nice solid 10. So here comes Italy. Sergio Pagni.
Still shooting his bite along rods.
Yeah, sure is.
Again, popular in the noughties. That means the 2000s, the early 2000s, guys.
Wow, so a flinch from Pagni, unexpected, a 9 for Sergio. Now Steve Anderson back to work. Talked about that other bow he had, the white bow he started off with. It was about a quarter-inch longer draw length, and he was sending them left and right. And so, the experience of Steve Anderson, he brought both bows with him, so he was able to go back to the silver bow that he's been shooting all year. He's had tremendous success this season.
So he tried one, gone back to the trusty.
Yeah.
Trusty one.
For Schaff, who won the USA Archery National Championship in Indiana a couple months ago.
Wow. It must be incredible shooting for America. We were talking about this the other day. You have such a huge country.
Yeah. And look at that. 10-10-10 for the U.S. It's a deep field. It is a deep field of archers. It really is.
Technically, every single state could be a country. You could have 3 archers in every category from every state.
Yeah, I know, right?
And yet, you've got to be the best of the best to shoot for USA.
It's a lot of pressure when you get there to shoot those.
Yeah.
And actually, even on the para side, as we look at Simonelli, release his shot, and a 9 for him, maybe a little bit too far of an adjustment on his sight.
Oh, of course, he did adjust the sight. Yeah.
You know, and just sending it a little left on that one. Kind of has that confused look, like it's just not falling his way right now. Federico, Pagnoni.
He just looks so calm though.
Oh.
9-10. Yeah, so all the archers, they're sort of just drifting off slightly to the left.
So can Pagni once again in this position pick it up? He shot a 9 last time.
And he redeemed himself with 9 seconds to go. So quite a lot of pressure. 4, 3, 2.
And he gets it off.
And a 10.
And a 10.
Now that's where the experience comes in.
Absolutely. So 57s across the board so far for Italy in these first 3 ends.
They won't be happy with that.
Absolutely not. So here's Steve Anderson. Anderson hasn't missed yet. He's shot all 10s. And another one for Anderson. So Anderson, who in those elimination rounds had to go up against his teammate Breden Gellenthien, and that went to a shoot-off, and he lost it by just about 1.5 millimeters in the closest to the arrow shoot-off. For Schaff, good shot from Chris. Chris actually changing from one bow company to another for 2017, now shooting with Elite, and it's really made the difference along with practice and shooting. And
yeah.
It's really done great. And Breden Gellenthien, he knew on the release of that one. A little bit high for Breden, so that's 9.
He's had a few 9s today. I wonder how he'll cope with the individual matches.
Yeah, that's a good point. It is good experience for those archers that come out in these team matches who have individuals, as later on in the day, after you take off, and Steve Anderson's actually going to come up here and join me. Breden Gellenthien is going for bronze in the single individual matches. So that should be pretty good because who he's shooting up against, DJ Deloche is on a tear right now. So Steve Anderson, a good look at how the teams work, that transition from one to the other.
So of course he has to raise his hand up in the air. It means he's finished the shot, and that's how they work with the able-bodied and disabled-bodied. So with an able-bodied archer, you just walk off the line, and then your teammate walks on the line. Whereas the disabled archer, when they finish the shot, so that's why he raises his back hand to say, finish the shot, now you can come on the line.
171 to 176 as we head to the final end of competition for the compound men's team gold medal. And starting off will be Italy. There. One more end, six arrows apiece.
Do we feel like it's sewn up?
No, absolutely not.
I know anything can happen in archery. Someone could miss. Someone could shoot a 7.
It's happened. It has totally happened. So it's never over in archery until it's completely over.
Wind is pretty minimal here today.
Yeah, it has. We've had like literally moments of gusts, but then it's settled down. We can see the wind meter from our commentary positions right in the middle. There you go. There's the shot to spark Italy off. Simonelli with a nice solid 10. Now Pagnoni. Nice shot. An X. Now Sergio Pagni will step up to the line as he's done so many times before in his career.
Not the oldest teammate this week.
No, it's got to be nice.
Yeah.
A lot of tension on his string with his nose.
Yeah.
One of those things I try to avoid as a shooter, just a little bit of pressure, because the thought is it might affect the flight. And a 10. So perfect. 10, 10, 10.
He's had that shot routine forever.
Yep.
Forever. So
Exactly.
that's just his shot.
And as long as you can do it consistently and have that same back pressure on your nose,
yeah,
no big dramas.
But he shoots one of the finger trigger releases, the
Right.
index finger, so it doesn't make as much difference.
How badly does Steve Anderson wish he was in a medal match in individual competition right now? He is absolutely on fire.
Yeah.
For Schaff.
So again, Italy will only improve their world ranking today. Whereas USA, there you go. USA will continue to be ranked world #1 if they win this. Which I'm pretty sure they will.
Well, we'll see. Breden really needs to get this 10 in there. And he does. A little low for Breden, but he gets it in. So the pressure's on Italy. It switches back to the Italians. Can they stay clean again? Put a all the pressure on the United States.
Last 3 shots.
Simonelli.
It's 10.
Long hold for him, good release. Oh, just off to the left. It seems like he just has a problem with that right target as well.
Yeah, I feel like he's sort of raising his backhand too fast. He's not finishing off his shot.
Oh, like
so
the
he's
time.
sort of, yeah, so the timing doesn't seem quite right for him.
Another low one for Italy. So as the points deficit continues to theoretically increase, I mean, obviously the U.S. hasn't shot yet, but dropping another 2 points off of a maximum possible score for the United States.
10 seconds.
Plenty of time for Sergio.
3.
9.
That's not like
Very unexpected for the Italians to finish off this match.
I was really excited for this match. I thought there was going to be another shoot-off. I was hoping for another shoot-off.
And as crazy as it sounds, 57 every single time for Italy in all 4 ends. Consistent.
But not
Steve
quite.
Anderson. Oh! Now listen, where that was right there was the last arrow for Steve Anderson in his outdoor season. He's got to be taking a break, and as well as he was stroking it for Steve Anderson to finish off with a 9, that'll be burning. Yeah. It'll be burning until indoor season starts. But Schaff doesn't care. He drains a nice solid 10. So all Breden Gellenthien has to do is hit the target for the win for the United States. 5 to win. There is no pressure on you there. The resident from Massachusetts releases, doesn't even look at the target, and he drains a 10. So the United States will walk away as the winner in the gold medal match. Congratulations to those archers. And the score, like we talked about, you talked about it at the beginning of this, 235 to 228. That's not right. You'd expect with a gold medal match both teams to be in the 230s. I've got a 228 from Italy. They're not going to be happy with that. By the way, the U.S. finished off with XXXXX9. If I know Breden Gellenthien as well as I do, and Steve Anderson, it's going to be a tough winner for Steve. There's going to be some techs and some heckles all the way across the board. Was that a 9? But amazing shooting all the way across the board for the U.S. team. They come in as the #1 ranked team in the world, #2 only to France in competition, in team competition. And that was a shock defeat, France going out. Absolutely, France going out early on in the round. So they actually, well, they went out to Italy. So I wonder how France would have done against the USA if they were in the gold. Yeah. The U.S. on their march to gold medal. And they've done it. They started off with Germany, then they faced Canada. They defeated Canada, then they went up against Colombia, who ended up in the bronze medal match, and to face Italy. And these 3 archers at least walk away with a medal, and not the only medal, by the way, that the U.S. has a chance to win, as Breden Gellenthien is in the individual bronze, as well as tomorrow